is we are well aware of that, but we will learn deeply about it. Okay, children, once look outside. How is the atmosphere which you are looking outside? When you look outside, how is the atmosphere in your surroundings? Is it sunny or cloudy or windy or cold? Once you look outside and check. Okay, if it is sunny, we say it is sunny day. Yes or no? If it is rainy, it is a rainy day. So by observing the nature or by observing our surroundings, we predict the season also. Yes or no? If it is more windy and cold, we say it is winter season. If it is more sunny, that is a what season? Summer season. If it is continuous rains are there, that must be rainy season. So by observing our surroundings, we guess the conditions of our atmosphere that we call as weather, right? Weather, and along with the weather we use some kind of another word, it is climate. So weather and climate. Weather and climate. What is weather? What is climate? Are they both same words? They are both same. We won't use two terms here, right? So there are differences. Just we will learn about them deeply. Okay. In previous class, you discussed about that one mother. She used to discuss with Ramya and Soumya. Better you must carry an umbrella along with you because it could be rain. How she guessed? Would it be rained or not? Because by observing the nature. So sometimes our elders also they guess would it be rain or not, or will be the tomorrow cloudy. By observing the nature, they predict the weather. So will it be rainy or will it be sunny tomorrow? On basing that, they used to plan something. For example, in summer, mostly to make papads, all these things, they predict the weather. If it is sunny, okay, we can make some pickles. Yes or no? Like that they plan. If it is rainy, we won't plan to go outside also. For example, you are planning to go to a beach. Will you plan on a rainy day? No, because that will be severe on rainy day. So, by predicting the weather, by observing the climatic conditions, we used to follow all this. Okay, just we will learn deeply about them into the lesson.
Children, in the previous class we have learned that about weather and climate and differences between them, and also reading graph, plotting graphs, and understanding the weather reports, maximum and minimum temperatures of a day, and about measuring components like temperature, rainfall, wind speed and humidity, and how to measure the temperature of a place and using MMT, which means maximum and minimum thermometer, that is also called as 6 thermometer. So about these things we have learnt, and usage of mercury and alcohol as the thermometer liquid, about that also we have learnt. Today's class we are going to learn some more new things which you knew about them, but deeply we will learn. Okay, Nana? First thing is measuring rainfall. Measuring rainfall. How to measure rainfall? See, if you have observed the news, they say that today the rainfall is 5 centimeters or 10 centimeters, like that they used to read. How do they measure 10 centimeters or 5 centimeters? So, how we have to measure that rainfall, let us see. For that we have to prepare one object also. What is that and how to prepare that? Let us see that. Let us see the preparation of that model. So for that, the aim of this activity to measure the amount of rainfall at a particular place. So for that we require the materials used in this lab activity are bottle, a plastic bottle, ruler which is scale, sellotape, masking tape also. Okay. For that, first we have to do, take a plastic bottle which has a circular base. Okay, Nana? Circular bottom should be there. Now cut one third top of the bottle and invert it into the lower 2/3 of the bottle, like that, as shown in the picture. Okay? Like that you have to invert. Now secure the two parts of the bottle together using sellotape. Now draw a scale on to some masking tape using the ruler. Then stick the masking tape straight onto the bottle like this. Okay, Nana? Now keep this arrangement in an open place when it is raining in such a way that the rainwater would be collected through the funnel into the bottle. Are you observing? Make sure that it won't be easily knocked over by the wind. After the rain has stopped, measure the amount of water collected in the beaker. Okay, this is the water collected. Rainwater is collected in this bottle, no? So measure that. We observe that the water collected in the measuring bottle gives the magnitude of the rainfall. That means the amount of rainfall we can know from this. And we also learned that the depth of rainwater in the measuring vessel represents the magnitude of rainfall. If the depth of water is 1 centimeter, then that the magnitude of rainfall is 1 centimeter. If it is 2 centimeters, the magnitude of rainfall is 2 centimeters. So meteorologists, they measure the rainfall using rain gauge, which is also called odometer or pluviometer or ombrometer. They can measure the exact amount of rainfall which is expressed in centimeters or millimeters. Okay, children, like that you too can prepare rain gauge at your home. So by taking some plastic bottle and drawing that, or even you can stick the plastic scale on that bottle. Okay, otherwise you can take measurement on a white paper and you can stick that. No need of sellotape, all these. With white paper also you can do that. But sellotape means it will be safe in rain. Okay, so next time prepare this, and when it rains next time you measure it and note down the rainfall at your place. Okay, next. Children, we feel happy in the mornings and evenings in summer. Why? Because it will be windy in the evening times. At that time, cool breeze blows and we know that there is air in our surroundings. Yes or no? Is there air in our surroundings? Yes. And moving air is called wind. What is wind? Moving air is wind. But can we find the direction of wind or the direction of wind? From which direction to which direction the air is moving? Can we find? Let us find the direction of wind. To understand that, we have to do an activity to find the direction of the wind. Are you ready? For this, take a beaker with full of sand and place it on the table. And take a sharpened pencil and poke it through the center of the beaker so that the eraser is on the top and the point is held by the sand. Like that you have to hold. Okay. Now take a construction paper, which is somewhat thick sheet. Okay, Nana? Now cut the paper into a triangle and a square shapes and keep them on the table. Like that you have to cut. Okay, keep them aside. Next thing, now take a drinking straw and cut a slit in each and at the each end of it. Okay, make a slit at the ends and stick that papers like that. Like that you have to stick the papers. And make sure that the tail of the arrow or vane is larger than its head. Okay, Nana? Now take a pin and push it through the center of the straw. Attach it to the top of the pencil. Eraser, which is placed in a beaker on the table. Like that you have to fix it. Here we have eraser now at the bottom. So you have to insert like that. By using a pin you have to fix the straw to the eraser of the pencil. And make sure that the arrow is evenly balanced and should allow the arrow to move along the direction of the wind. It should move with the wind effect. Okay, like that it should be flexible for the movement. And find the directions with a real compass and mark them on the beaker accordingly. Place this arrangement, or also called wind vane, in an open place where the wind is not highly obstructed. And observe the direction of the wind. And we have observed that wind does not move in the same directions throughout the day. That we can identify. So we can learn that there is air in our surroundings and also that the moving air is wind. Anemometer is a device which is used to measure the speed and direction of wind. Okay children, like that you have to prepare. Try this one also to prepare at your home. Okay, this is called anemometer. Children, on a sunny day, sometimes we feel sultry, that means sweating, which is sticky. Yes or no? Why? What is the reason behind that? Why we feel like that? The moisture or water vapor present in the air, it makes us to feel like that. So that is called humidity. What is that effect, ma? Humidity. The amount of water vapor or the moisture present in a given volume of air is termed as humidity. The amount of water vapor, okay, which is in the atmosphere, and it helps in cooling and heating of the atmosphere. The actual amount of water vapor in a given volume of air is known as the total humidity or absolute humidity. The ratio between the actual amount of water vapor present in a given volume of air and the water vapor which the same volume of air contain till its saturation level is called relative humidity. Due to decrease in temperature, the water vapor starts converting into liquid, and this process is called condensation. And condensation has various forms. Dew, sometimes it forms dew. On cool nights, next day if you watch the leaves, you can find some droplets on the leaves. So those are called dew drops. And next form is frost. When the temperature falls down to 0 degrees centigrade, the water drops turns to snow. That is frost. And in some places it appears as fog or mist. Fog or mist. It is also due to condensation. Clouds are a mass of minute droplets of water formed by the condensation of water vapor, which they form as clouds. So did you understand now what is humidity? The quantity of moisture in the air is called humidity of the place. If the humidity is high when it is hot, we feel sweaty. In further classes, you will learn more about humidity. Okay children, as we discussed many topics, we have learned some weather components, right? In that some days we find as sunny days, some we find with cool winds, and some with rainy days. Why it is happening like that? On basing these seasons or these weather conditions, the entire year is classified into 4 categories. What are they? Can you say? They are spring, summer, autumn, winter. Yes or no? So this is the period of seasons because they occur periodically with the climatic conditions, and these are appearing repeatedly with the season. So is the same weather recurs periodically at the place? Yes, it appears periodically at the particular season. If it is rainy season, mostly rains occur. If it is summer, it will be sunny. If it is winter, we feel cold. So these are occurring periodically. This is called climate. I told you the average weather pattern taken over a long time, say 25 years, is called climate of that place. So by observing that is mentioned as its climatic place. It is measured using thermometer or manometers, and the Indian Meteorological Department IMD studies the climate of our country. Climate of our country. And climate describes the weather condition occurring over a relatively longer period of time in a given place. It is measured at a particular place for a longer period, not for 1 year or 2 years, but for the longer period, nearly 25 years, like that. For example, in the month of June, we expect the weather to be dry in Bangalore, humid in Kolkata, hot and dry in parts of Rajasthan, cold in Kashmir and rainy in coastal Kerala. So these are the climatic conditions of a particular places during their seasons. Okay, so we have to think about them to understand well. For example, does it reveal that in coastal Kerala it is always rainy in the month of June and it would be always humid in Kolkata? It may change, but mostly the climate of that area, that particular area, will be considered on basing these climatic conditions. Okay, this will be described or observed by the IMD, that is the Indian Meteorological Department. Of course, nowadays there is a complaint that climate is not as ordered as it was. Seasonal climatic conditions do not appear as predictable, and condition do not we cannot predict it. It would be like this because the climatic conditions are changed with the effect of global warming, all these things. So for that you have to give some examples how these are changed. Usage of plastic, and as we are improving or utilizing more vehicles, the pollution is increased. So this is also has impact on the climate. Climate mostly affects on our daily life. We change our lifestyle to suit that climate. If it is rainy season, what do we carry? Umbrellas, right? If it is winter, we wear sweaters because according to climate we adopt something. So we want to drink cool water in summer. So on basing the climate or weather, we have to adopt all these things. What do we like to do in winter? We take sweaters. So like that, we should adopt some lifestyle according to the climate. So these are all our lifestyles on basing the climate, and we do behave as well. Yes or no? So once again, children, listen to this video and also read the textbook part well. Then go to complete the manual part. Okay, Nana? Thank you.